Sri Lanka is suffering a hard-hitting economic crisis and has declared a state of emergency. The food crisis worsened after private banks ran out of foreign exchange to fund their imports. The Sri Lankan president has deployed the Sri Lankan army in order to coordinate the supply of paddy, rice, sugar, and other consumer goods. So, how did this crisis start? What caused it? We're going to decode everything for you. Now, there are several reasons which have led to the current situation in Sri Lanka, and we're going to look at them one by one. First of all, we need to take a look at the tourism industry. Now, this industry makes up for 10% of Sri Lanka's GDP and brings in foreign exchange. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, this industry has been majorly hit. According to the bank data, Sri Lanka's foreign reserves fell to $2.8 billion at the end of July 2021 from $7.5 billion in November 2019. And with the supply of foreign exchange drying up, the Sri Lankan government didn't have enough to import goods. Now, it's important to note that Sri Lanka depends on imports vigorously even to meet its essential food supplies. So essentially what has happened is that the prices of food items has increased in tandem with its depreciating currency. Next, we need to take a look at Sri Lanka's organic farming initiative. Now, early in 2021, President Rajapaksa had announced that they want to make Sri Lanka the world's first country where agriculture is 100% organic. Now, to achieve this target, Sri Lanka banned the use and the imports of any kind of chemical fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides in agriculture so that everything is absolutely organic. Now, because of this, the agricultural production in the country was majorly affected, and a lot of experts pin this as another reason for the current economic crisis in Sri Lanka because of the dampening agricultural production. Now, according to a survey, about 90% of Sri Lanka's farmers use chemicals, and the highest dependence on chemical fertilizers was among those growing rice, rubber and tea. Sri Lanka is one of the top producers of tea and spices in the world, but the decision halved the production of tea and other crops, and the country is now staring at a drastic drop in the yield in the coming days. Now, the Sri Lankan government has refused to end its aggressive push towards organic farming, stating that the short-term pains of going organic will be compensated for by its long-term benefits. The Sri Lankan government has also promised to supply farmers with organic fertilizers to push this initiative further. India's foreign policy with Sri Lanka is significant to preserve its strategic interests in the Indian Ocean region. The Colombo port is crucial for India because it handles 60% of India's transshipment cargo. Both countries, India and Sri Lanka, can work in coordination towards common areas of interest. This can be technology-driven agriculture and marine sector development, IT and communication infrastructure, renewable energy and transport and connectivity. The two countries can also cooperate to enhance private sector investments to create economic resilience.